Call this meeting of the Urbana City Council to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Chenoweth?
Present.
Mr. Hayes? Ms. Huth?
Here.
Mr. Otto?
Present.
Ms. Pat?
Present.
Mr. Whalen?
Here.
Ms. Wyman? Here. Mayor Satterthwaite?
Here. The first item on our agenda this evening is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any corrections, Ms. Pat?
Thank you. One correction on the top of page 4. The first paragraph states, starts Alderwoman Chenoweth made a motion to reconsider, but it doesn't make clear what she was reconsidering. So if we could add a motion to reconsider deleting section 8-3 J, location of parking facilities.
Any objection? Objection, we'll go ahead and add that. Any other additions or corrections? Seeing none, any discussion? For discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Next, we have additions to the agenda, just a couple of changes tonight. The Allen Strong agreement that we had discussed last week still needs some work, and so we've talked with Allen's attorney, and we've suggested that we take that off for tonight. So that would be item B under the reports of the standing committees, and as well as item 1 on the new business. Any objection to taking those off?
Aye.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Any other additions or corrections to the agenda? All right. Petitions and communications. If there's anybody here that would like to speak to the council for a period of no more than 5 minutes, if you'll pick up one of these white cards from the back of the room and come up, bring that up to myself or the clerk, you'll have a chance to do so. First is Rich Cahill, 307 South Orchard. Rich.
It's Monday night, time to be back. But I think it's appropriate that as a member of a property owner near the MOR, as the president of the PACA, I'd like to thank the City Council for the passage of the MOR 2 weeks ago. I think it was a very good lesson in working with the staff, working with the people in the community, council, a long, vigorous debate, and I think you've created a document that I think will serve Urbana extremely well for the future. And I look forward to the nominations for the new DRB. I hope that proceeds quickly. And I think this will be a step in the right direction for our district that I live next to and represent a lot of neighbors. So I thank you for your deliberations. Joe, you asked me some tough questions, but that's okay. It's always fun. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Wyman.
Yes, Ms. Wyman.
I just want to thank you. I received tonight from your executive director, Karen Coomer, information that I had requested from her about basic standards and design guideline criteria that I've passed on to staff that I think we'll share with the DRB and Plan Commission. So since you're from PAC, I want to thank you for all your work on that as well.
Next is Stephen Kaufman for Burnett Circle.
Good evening. I'm Mayor Satterthwaite, members of the council. I'd like to read a prepared statement written by Ms. Alex Kingston in regard to the council's consideration of the Ray Street development, and it's for clarification and information purposes, if I might. It reads as follows. I, Alice Ann Kingston, am writing to clarify several misstatements and misrepresentations made regarding me during the City Council meeting Monday, November 24 at 7:30 p.m. I have watched the meeting on video. I was made aware of the meeting on the morning of November 22nd, a Saturday. I met with Alan Strong on Thursday, November 20. He told me his proposed development plan would be made public soon. He did not inform me of the meeting, and the city did not inform me of the meeting. My friend did so. At the time of the meeting on November 24, I did not know the identity of the lawyer representing Mr. Strong. I work at night, and it is extremely difficult and a hardship to attend night meetings, although I wish I could. The meeting November 24 was during Thanksgiving week. There is a meeting scheduled tonight, 1 December 2003. It is entirely unreasonable given the time frame and the severe implications and importance to me of this whole situation, a resolution by tonight. The Christmas season is imminent, and I have a family trip that was planned for 6 months during mid-December. My lawyer and I look forward to coming to an agreement that will not cause undue suffering for anyone. I have a number of things to explore and take into account, and I will put a lot of effort into working to do that. I love Leo Park and its history as a sacred area of land that is an abandoned cemetery. My sense of safety in the area is comparable to my sense of safety in other areas in our community. Caution and maintaining an awareness of our surroundings is necessary in all areas. The animal problems in this area are present in other strictly residential areas, some of those including deer. I have on occasion had to clean up large salmon heads drugged by animals from commercial refuse. The boneyard and woods are close by. I am represented by counsel and in current exploration and negotiations in order to satisfactorily resolve problems posed to me by this proposed development, and I look forward to a mutually satisfactory resolution. Thank you, Alice Ann Kingston.
Could give a copy of that to our clerk so we can have that for the record, if you don't mind. Any other petitions and communications from members of the public? From council members? Okay. We'll go on to old business. First, under old business, we have the property tax levy ordinances. These were introduced a couple of weeks ago and were deferred until tonight. Mr. Eldridge is here.
In the property tax package, there are really 4 items you've seen before, and that's an ordinance revising the annual budget ordinance, and that's basically for the 2 pension funds, the police and firemen's pension fund. And we do not have the actuarial study completely done by the time I have to do the budget, so I try to estimate what those amounts will be, and then usually have to adjust it in between the time we pass the ordinance. It does not change the total property tax. B is the actual tax levy ordinance of the city. That's the same format as it was before. C is an ordinance abating the tax levy for the General Obligation Bond Series 1994. That's the TIF 2 taxes. It's a general levy, and then we tell the county clerk not to levy that amount because we have money to pay it off. And the last one is a resolution, and that's new. And what it does is it instructs the county clerk that the city wants to levy $1.31, and then it directs the mayor to work with the county clerk after they receive the final assessed value tax levy to that amount. And the amount that's in the ordinance is an artificially high number, such that we know that it will be lower than that. That's the way that City of Champaign does their levy and makes it come out to $1.31 every year. And that's, according to Steve and I, it's the best method we could come up with to accomplish that.
Any questions? Okay. There are none. The first is an ordinance revising the annual budget ordinance. This is a 2003 property tax appropriation. Is there a motion?
Move approval?
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? No discussion. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Chenoweth?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Ms. Booth?
Yes.
Mr. Otto?
Yes.
Ms. Pat?
Yes.
Mr. Whalen?
Yes.
Ms. Wyman?
Yes.
Mayor Satterthwaite?
Yes. That motion carries with 8 ayes. The next 3 we can take in, I guess probably the next 2 we'll take in omnibus fashion. The first is an annual tax levy ordinance of the City of Urbana for the year beginning July 1, 2003 and ending June 30th, 2004. The second one is an ordinance abating the tax levy for $5.705 million, general obligation bond, Series 1994. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Motion and second. Any discussion? No discussion. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Chenoweth?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Ms. Huth?
Yes.
Mr. Otto?
Yes.
Ms. Pat?
Yes.
Mr. Whalen?
Yes.
Ms. Wyman?
Yes.
Motion carries with 7 ayes.